Hey, what's up guys? Tricks Ridiculous back with another video, and I'm going to show you in this one my Vibranium / Sonic gear farm. I'm coming out with a ton of different Vibranium and Sonic builds, playing around with a lot of different characters and kind of what they can do with those elements. So I wanted to put out a video of the farm I use. In my opinion, this is the fastest farm for getting Vibranium gear across any of your characters. You can get it from the corrupted shards that come. Mostly those will drop melee and ranged pieces. You can also get it from chests in Wakanda. And then, of course, you do also get a singular piece for actually beating a mission in Wakanda. So this is the mission that I do 24/7 Vibranium. I've tried them all, and I think this is the best run. So I'm going to jump into the mission, and I'm going to show you guys my run of how I go through the mission, where the chests are that you can pick up along the way, and kind of the best route to go about it. Before we do, be sure to like and subscribe if you like videos like this. It's the best way to support the channel, and I really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm going to load up this 24/7 Vibranium, and I'll see you guys in there. All right, boys, so here we are. We've loaded into the 24/7 Vibranium. So it's a really straightforward farm. You pretty much just go along the path of the mission, but I'll really show you kind of where the chests are and kind of why this is the fastest. So once you load in, you basically just go forward towards the objective, and you essentially just have to kill a group of enemies. I won't bore you with all the details of this particular fight, but you kill the enemies, and then really the gear starts right after this. So I'm just going to kind of fast forward through this, and I'll catch you guys back after I've cleared out all of these guys. All right, boys, so we've completed that objective. So once you do, this door opens up, and you just continue through the mission. And past this door, you're going to get to the corrupted shards. So there's always going to be 3 of them in this mission. Like I said, these will always drop, or most likely going to drop, either melee or ranged pieces. So you're going to just come in here, quickly dispatch all of these, pick them up. Sometimes you do get a defense piece or a heroic piece, but it's pretty rare. Most of the pieces will be either melee or ranged. And of course, that's where you're going to get your best chance of getting Vibranium or Sonic gear. So, you know, for me, I play a lot of ranged characters. I'm always looking for targeted buff, you know, either targeted buff, proficient buff, ways to get damage buff on your melee, or excuse me, on your ranged piece. Even on your melee as well, you can get faultless buff and things like that. So that's it. Obviously, you guys know how to do that. You just wait for them to turn red. All right, and then you just proceed on forward. All right, and there should be a guy up here that you have to just beat, kind of just like a single high-value guy. There he is. He's very easy. Just come in here, dispatch him pretty quickly. Okay, there he goes. All right, and then you come into this cave here. Now, there's 2 spots where a chest could be. All right, so there's always a chest in this cave. You might see one right here. If you don't see it there, it's actually around the corner. So you just want to come this way and come up these steps here, and it should be right here. So go ahead and grab this chest. This chest can drop chest pieces and heroic pieces as well that can have Vibranium perks. Unfortunately, so there you go, lethal reverberation spark. So unfortunately, as I said in my other video, these actually don't work right now, but they would be really sweet pieces to have. God, look at this piece that I just got. This piece is nuts, right? So chance defeating an enemy, heroic charge burst, dealing damage, intrinsic, support heroic, valor precision. Unfortunately, these pieces, those perks do not work right now, but hopefully that's a bug that they can get ironed out. So I'm definitely holding on to any good pieces like that. But you can, of course, also get, you know, melee and range pieces from that. So anyway, we take this train to the next area, and that's where we're going to get our second chest. So I'll fast forward to when this train lands. All right, guys, so once you get out of the train here, so you'll see the objective point ahead. Now, there is always a chest in this room as well, and it can be in one of 2 places. So you'll see for me right now, it's right here to the right. If it's not there, it's going to be right over here on the top left. All right, so check both of those spots. Try to grab that chest, and then once you grab it, again, same thing as the other chest. It can come with Vibranium gear, whether that be melee, ranged, or even defense or heroic. Okay, and then you just come through here and then take a hard right, and you'll see there'll always be 2 chests here as well. All right, so you'll see this one right here, and then this one up here. Same idea. These can all drop vibranium pieces as well. So go ahead and grab both of these. So that's 4 chests. That's 4 chests and then 3 corrupted shards in the span. As I'm recording this video, I'm only about 5 minutes in, and that includes me fast forwarding through the actual loading screens and killing the enemies. All right, and then you just come over here, and I'm not going to play this whole thing out, but the last part of this mission is you just got to take down one of these drill things. Same thing as you've done in the story mode. So you just take this thing down. Shouldn't take you more than a minute or two. And then once you do, and you do complete the mission, you get an additional piece of gear as well upon completing the mission. All right, so that's 3 corrupted shards, both that give 2 pieces of gear each. That's 4 chests. And then that's a piece of gear from completing the mission. So that's a lot of gear in about a 5-minute span of time. So this is one that I do when I'm looking for vibranium gear for some of my builds. Once I complete this mission, I run it again, and you're going to get a lot of gear really quick, possibly, upwards of like 10 pieces of gear in 5 minutes, all, with the ability of being vibranium pieces. But anyway, guys, that's the farm. It's pretty straightforward. I've tested all of the different missions, and this seems to be the fastest one in my opinion. But let me know down below if you've got a faster farm. I think for Black Panther specifically himself, if you do restart the story and you go through those pieces, you can... that might be a little faster specifically for Black Panther himself. Now, the one thing I will say about these vibranium pieces is you may have, seen other videos that they do have kind of fixed stats, and that is true. So I wouldn't go too crazy worrying about stuff like that, because you can still get pretty decent stats. So you can see here, like this ranged piece has precision, intensity, proficiency, not the greatest thing in the world, but those are not bad stats, and it still has precision and a pretty decent roll. All right, and then this one has targeted buff lasers on Sonic, and then expert spark. This is a good roll. I don't care what anyone says, this is a good piece of gear. The only thing is that if you're playing a ranged build, you can't get any vibranium melee pieces that roll precision. It just doesn't roll, but that's really not a concern for most characters. Your range piece can roll precision. The melee piece, that's only really a big deal for Hawkeye, because you have to get the split shot arrow for Vibranium or Sonic. So you'll have to, work around that not having precision, but it's really not the biggest hit. You can still get it with like resilience and proficiency, pretty high rolls in both. So those are both still useful stats to have a little bit of. So not at all a big deal. And then for characters who are just going pure range, if you want like Vibranium for Kate Bishop or Sonic for Thor or whatever the case may be, you can go right here. Your range piece, it can roll precision. You can get targeted buff, you can get proficient buff, you can get all sorts of different, buff pieces, targeted spark, whatever the case may be. Vibranium and Sonic on lasers, missiles, whatever you want. If you're playing, Kate Bishop, it could be scattershot, it could be clusters. If you're playing Black Widow, it could be full auto, high caliber. You can get anything to roll with anything. So definitely play around, see what pieces of gear you like, and let me know down in the comments what Vibranium or Sonic gear you're looking for. But otherwise, that's it for me in this video. I hope you found this farm helpful. If you did, be sure to leave a sub and leave a like on the video, and let me know down in the comments what you're building. Otherwise, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one.